On October 12, 2002, a horrific bombing rocked the popular tourist destination of Bali, Indonesia, claiming the lives of over 200 people, many of them Australian nationals. The Bali bombings were a stark reminder of the growing threat of terrorism in Southeast Asia, and it was in the wake of this tragedy that ASIS, Australia's premier intelligence agency, was called into action. The agency's role in gathering critical intelligence before and after the bombings would prove to be a key part of the international response to the attack. ASIS had been monitoring extremist activities in Southeast Asia for years, aware of the rising threat from terrorist networks like Jamaah Islamiyah, JI, the group responsible for the Bali attack. The intelligence gathered by ASIS in the lead-up to the bombing had raised concerns about the potential for terrorist attacks targeting Western interests in the region, and the agency had been working closely with both Australian and international intelligence agencies to track these threats. Despite the warnings, the attack took place, and it left the Australian government reeling. However, ASIS's intelligence-gathering capabilities would soon come to the forefront. The agency was instrumental in piecing together the details of the attack and providing critical information that would help Australian authorities respond and prevent further incidents. In the days and weeks following the Bali bombings, ASIS agents were deployed to Indonesia to assist with the investigation. They worked alongside Indonesian intelligence agencies, local law enforcement, and international partners like the FBI and CIA to track down the perpetrators and uncover the broader network behind the bombing. ASIS's role was focused on providing human intelligence and surveillance, gathering valuable information about the operatives involved and their connections to other extremist groups in the region. The agents on the ground were faced with a highly complex and dangerous task. They needed to operate covertly in a volatile environment, where local militias and terrorist groups were highly active. The ASIS operatives had to navigate this treacherous terrain while working to extract actionable intelligence from a wide range of sources, including informants, intercepted communications, and direct surveillance. ASIS's intelligence efforts were crucial in identifying key players in the bombing and their broader network. The information they provided helped Indonesian authorities apprehend key members of JI and disrupt planned attacks in other parts of Southeast Asia. Furthermore, ASIS's coordination with international agencies helped strengthen regional counterterrorism efforts, as countries in the region began to cooperate more closely to combat the growing threat of extremist violence. While ASIS's involvement in the Bali bombings was not publicly acknowledged at the time, the agency's contributions were critical to the success of the investigation and the subsequent disruption of terrorist operations in the region. The intelligence gathered by ASIS, along with its role in supporting both Australian and Indonesian authorities, ultimately played a significant part in preventing future attacks and dismantling terrorist cells operating in Southeast Asia. The Bali bombings served as a wake-up call for the Australian government and intelligence agencies. It highlighted the need for continued vigilance and cooperation in the fight against terrorism. ASIS's response to the tragedy demonstrated its ability to adapt to rapidly changing and dangerous situations, using its specialized intelligence capabilities to protect Australian citizens and national security interests. ASIS's role in providing intelligence on the Bali bombings underscores the agency's quiet yet crucial contribution to Australia's broader counter-terrorism strategy. It is a reminder that behind the scenes, intelligence agencies like ASIS are constantly working to prevent disaster, using their skills to safeguard national security in ways that often go unnoticed by the public.